How can this impact the overall performance?
I spoke quite a lot before on how these practices can impact a company's performance, and how creating a culture of innovation is for creating a culture of innovation. These are critical. Uh, Now, one of the models that we offer to our clients is to look at the business performance through a filter, a model that creates some additional distinctions to the distinction of the business per se. We call that the impersonal dimension of the business, the it dimension. And then we have the additional dimensions of the we or interpersonal, and then the personal dimension or the dimension of the I. Uh, so the feedback conversations, the conversations out of curiosity, as we said before, uh, can have an impact not only on the it, but also an unbelievable impact in the we and the I dimensions. For example, in the we dimension, open conversations, feedback conversations, as I explained before, conversations that speak not only about how much I appreciate the other, but what of the other, but what would help me to collaborate better with the other, creates conditions of trust, mutual respect, solidarity, mutual appreciation, where if someone from the team falls down or has hits a bump in the road, other people are going to extend a helping hand, and they will help each other. They will not let somebody sink in the middle of the river. They will extend always a helping hand. Then, if you know that, people will be more willing to take risks because they know they're holding each other's backs. There's trust, there's credibility, there's respect, and there is admiration for the other. In the interpersonal level, there's also a virtuous circle that helps the performance of the company in general, and that becomes part of the impersonal processes. At the level of the I, or the personal level, it creates leaders that are in flow, inspired, happy about what they're trying to accomplish in their job. And many times I speak about the fact that we spend in our work much more hours than with our beloved ones. And we have an incredible incentive to make those hours count, to make those hours hours of flow where we're doing something at the service of a purpose, of a noble purpose, that we're making an impact in the world. I love to speak about the impact Excellent is making in the world, in the sense that our purpose, our noble purpose, is to help individuals, teams, and organizations to connect to the true nature and to express it skillfully. That means having practices, feedback conversations that are more conscious, and that in the long term have a positive impact not only in the business but also in the world. So, making a long story short and going back to your question, I believe that in every area of the company, in the impersonal dimension, as well as in the interpersonal and the personal dimension, feedback conversations, empathic listening, looking at the other person with benevolent eyes, can have having a presumption of good intent, looking with curiosity, all that contributes, no doubt, to the pursuit of the mission and the purpose in a virtuous way.